So I'm going for a run today, going to shoot some video, and it reminded me that a lot of you are reaching out, how am I shooting my videos from all the different angles when I'm running? So I thought today I'd show you how I do it and what gear I'm using. It's super simple, and it's just a matter of executing and making it happen. So let's get started. My go-to, something I always have in my hand when I'm running, is the GoPro. This is a Hero 7. They have a Hero 8 and Hero 9 out. Hero 9 has a screen on the front so you can actually frame yourself when doing selfie videos. Pretty cool, all waterproof, perspiration proof. And what's really cool about these cameras is they have a built-in digital stabilizer so that when I'm running and I'm holding the camera out, whether it's facing me or I'm just sharing the views with you, everything is digitally stable. It's a real smooth liquid flow to it. These things are indestructible, and I take this wherever I go. If I'm out and I want to wrap this around a fence post or a branch, that's where these come in handy. It's an awesome tool, and I'm going to show you how I use it. Now I just switched over to the GoPro. My other go-to device is just my iPhone, and this fits in my pocket. I listen to tunes and podcasts when I'm running, but I also use this more than anything else to just hold out and shoot videos, whether it's a selfie video where I'm talking to the camera, or once again, sharing my run with my viewers. GoPro 7 for me and my camera are my two must-have devices. I'm going to show you how I combine the two to create the videos that I'm sharing with you. Another secret are using the Snapchat camera glasses, video glasses. These things are cool, especially when I'm down at the beach and you just press a button while you're running and it'll take pictures and videos while you're out and about, and then you download it to your camera later. Really cool, really easy to use. So once again, I'm just using my camera and my GoPro most of the time, but if you want to raise the bar, give these bad boys a try. I think they look pretty cool too, right? By the way, when I was using Google Glass, I did a whole trip through Amsterdam, and the entire trip was filmed video and pictures with Google Glass. And the reason I like Google Glass is if I just blinked, if I just went like this and just blinked, Google Glass would shoot a video or take a picture. That was kind of cool. So I don't know, maybe I'll share a link in this video to my Google Glass pictures from Amsterdam from back in the day. We'll see. Something else I've been doing lately is taking some drone pics with the Mavic. Super easy just to toss it up in the air. I actually, instead of using the controller, I'll use my phone to carry one less item and shoot some angles of runs and wildlife from a completely different perspective. It's easy to do. It's easy to splice together on iMovie. And I'll show you how I'm doing this today. How do I carry all this stuff? Generally when I'm out running, it's just my phone and the GoPro that I'm holding in my hand. But sometimes if I take my drone, what I'll do is I'll put it in my running. This is a water pack, but you take the water bladder out and you can just slide. You can just slide the drone or any other items in here. It fits tightly on your back. And this is what I use when I'm paddleboarding. Once again, this is just a backpack. And when you fold this over, it's watertight. Everything in here is safe. But just between us, and don't tell anybody, don't tell Lisa, I usually just put this and my GoPro in my trunk, in my suit pockets. If I fall over, I fall over. Hasn't happened yet, but when it does happen, it'll be time to upgrade, right? So when it comes to the backpack, it fits tight, low profile. When I'm running, it doesn't bounce around. You can put a water bladder in here, and on the long runs, it's easy to just hydrate. It's also easy to carry the drone, and it's a super efficient way to take some of these camera toys out on a run. Okay, now keep in mind, once again, all you need is your smartphone to do what we're going to be doing, or your GoPro or your smartphone and GoPro. And the easier you make it, the more often you'll do it. One of the reasons I love the GoPro is the audio is pretty good. You have almost unlimited video choices, quality of video, lens, focused, wide angle, whatever it might be. You guys all know GoPro. And the thing's just indestructible. So it's my favorite tool, and most of the runs that I'm taking, all I'm doing is bringing my GoPro and doing what I'm going to show you next. So while sharing our running scenes to create different views, here's how I'm doing it. Well, let's say I'm on a run and I'm out at Woods Canyon or down at the beach, and I want to stop and share something with you. I could just stop like this and say, hey guys, hope you guys make my live video next Tuesday night. Everybody in Legal Minds, every Tuesday, 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. I could stop and do a video like this. I'm just holding my GoPro with the tripod portion in my hand. Or holding the GoPro out in front of me on the tripod, I could share while running, hey guys, you need to start joining us on Tuesdays, 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, for our Zoom live videos. They're awesome. And I think running and talking has a much more interesting component to it. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, now how about shooting that same message from 3 different perspectives? It's super easy to do, and it doesn't take much extra time, and I think the end result is much better. Here's how I do it. Okay, I'll be using my GoPro for this next sequence, but if you just have an iPhone or an Android, you know, once again, use one of these tripods and you can just clip your phone to it and get the same result. So let's do this. What I do is I set up my GoPro on the tripod to film me approaching the midway point of the run. So it looks like this. I ran past the camera. That's step 1. The next shot is going to be completely 90 degrees to me running by while I'm running back the camera, and then the next shot will be taking a video of me running the opposite direction as I run by. Super easy. So I'm going to pivot the tripod about 45 degrees. About like that. And now the last shot is me running the other direction, right? Running away from the camera. And then when we go back to editing in iMovie, which is a free application, I'm going to show you how I do this. After I'm done filming, I edit it so that you see me coming. I cut it. I then bring in this new piece while I'm running by, cut it, and then you'll see me running away. And once again, it's not that dynamic here in the school common area, but when you're out on the trail, you can create some really cool shots. You can put your camera on branches, on fence posts, on the ground, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And so this would be the final shot of this 3-shot sequence. Pretty cool. So instead of just running with this in your hand, every once in a while stop, shoot these 3 angles, put it together in your final video, and you're going to have something that a lot of people haven't even thought about creating, much less are creating. Now, if you want to get interesting, add a drone shot. DJI has a wide variety and selection of drones that are reasonably priced. Some are super small that allow you to put them in a backpack, especially when you're hiking and traveling. This is an old Mavic or Mavic Air. The new ones are about 2/3 this size, about the size of a wallet. Flexible props, so they're not going to hurt anybody, and they have high quality cameras. So it's super easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do next. So the next shot is going to be me running towards the drone and then splicing it into what I've already created. And I think it creates a unique perspective of your run, especially if you're in a cool environment and depending on how high you fly the drone. Right now it's in stationary position. Everybody wave. Hello, drone. So this is what it looks like. You launch the drone and you go to your starting point. And once again, the drone's over there. You can see it just under the bottom of the roof of the cover. It's probably about 15 feet up in the air. And what I'm going to do is just run through here and past it. And I've pressed play on the video on the drone, so it's running. So let's see what it looks like. So hopefully that works, and I'll splice that into the video and you can see how you can incorporate a normal shot with a drone shot. Now what I'm going to do is kick over to a tracking mode with the drone. So while I'm running, the drone is following me. We'll see how that works. Using my phone, I've just set the drone on auto tracking, so wherever I go, it moves. So let's see what happens when I run. All right, next step, get home, shower, hydrate, pull the storage cards out of the devices, right? Super easy with GoPro, you just boom. It's this little thing. You put it into a scan disc adapter. That goes into your laptop, super fast transfer for GoPro videos. That's what I like to do. And then I airdrop from my iPhone to my laptop, super fast. Storage card from the drone, same process, and before you know it, you've got all the content on your laptop ready to go. Quick side note, you can do this or you can delegate this to a team member. Oftentimes, I'll just Dropbox all these files to somebody in my office or to a virtual assistant and let them put everything together. I think there's power in editing, so how you end up editing the final video does affect the quality, does affect the impact. I enjoy doing it myself, but you need to do you and figure out a workflow that works best for you. So the next thing we do is download all of our files onto the laptop. We use iMovie to edit, to crop, to change, to split, to rotate different files to different places in the final movie editing process. You can change the volume level so that it's consistent. There's just so much you can do in iMovie. And once we're done, we click export. We save this as the highest definition file that we think is appropriate for the movie project. And then we share all of our content across social media and the video platforms such as YouTube. So I hope this gives you guys some new ideas on how to create videos, whether you're in or out of the office, whether you're walking into a deposition, a courtroom. Think about shooting different camera angles and having some fun in the process. We'll see you in Legal Minds, and between now and then, make it a masterpiece. Hey guys, wanted to jump on real quick before we wrap things up. Look, the more you do this, the better you'll get, the faster you'll get at shooting video, picking different interesting angles. Everything I just shared with you, you don't need the drone, you don't need multiple cameras. You can do with just your smartphone or GoPro and just set it up different angles and then put it together, add a little music, and you're good to go. But this is what we share over in Legal Minds. This is what the consumer is interested in seeing. And the next time you think about explaining a legal concept to a potential client or to the consumer in general, think about incorporating some of these approaches into your presentation to make it more interesting, to make it more unique and entertaining, and when it's all said and done, to make it more memorable. All right, take care, make it a masterpiece. Bye-bye.